Bar wheat, grounder wheat, ninny bong, and welcome back to my channel where we talk about all things Transformers and Transformers action figure related. We finally got our live stream from Hasbro last night, and it did not disappoint. It was really, really good. Not too much new information. Obviously, there were so many leaks beforehand. It was surprising that we still had a couple of surprises in there. But I'm going to try and cover a lot of what we saw in the video last night today on my channel. I obviously watched the video itself after I'd finished a gig that I went to last night, and then headed over to a few places. Dropped a load of money on the pre-orders. So Hasbro definitely unicroned my wallet last night with a lot of these pre-orders. Dropped the pre-order on the Scorponok, the Quintesson, the Alacon. Yeah, just pre-orders all over the place. UK guys, if you're looking to get your pre-orders in right now, you can find them on Kapow. You can find them on In Demand Toys and Star Action Figures as well for your pre-orders. Some of them appear on different sites. In Demand Toys have got some different ones from Kapow and Star. So yeah, you might have to have a little shop around, a little look around to get what you want from a pre-order point of view. But get those pre-orders in, because I'm sure that a lot of these are going to disappear quite quickly, I would imagine. We got our first decent look at the Quintesson last night. Yeah, this figure looks great. I knew that this mode was going to look good. I'd seen some pictures of the faces individually. I've not seen the full thing together, but I had seen pictures of the faces individually, and what you could kind of guess what they were going to look like. Alt mode still for me is just not great, not a very good alt mode at all. But yeah, all in all, this is a good figure, one that I won't transform. Definitely going to pick it up, but yeah, it will stay in this form, and quite rightly, it should. Doesn't need to have an alt mode for the Quintessons. We also got a good look at some of these reissues. So we are getting a reissue of Hound, Mirage, Chromia, who I thought was Perceptor, is actually Scrap Face, and then also we're gonna get a side swipe as well. Yeah, nice. From this, I'm personally going to probably pick up the Mirage. Definitely the Mirage. Maybe side swipe, because I've got a red alert. I haven't got a side swipe, so it might be nice to get this different version. But definitely one reason to maybe pick them up, especially if you're new to the collector, is each one is going to come with a piece of Teletran 1 that you can just put together and make. I think that's pretty cool. That's pretty nice. Good for anybody who's just getting into it. You get a nice diorama that you can build. For those of us that have already collected quite a lot of the Siege and the Earthrise ones, is this a reason to dip back in? For me, probably not. But if you are that completionist, well, I think this is War for Cybertron trilogy is going to drain your funds. If you are that completionist collector, you have my sympathies, because you're probably looking at this now going, oh wow, if I have to buy every single one of these that I've already bought already, oh, it's going to be a taxation on your wallets. But this is because they're doing the cartoon accurate versions. So we've had like the Siege versions, and then there's going to be some more cartoon accurate versions, it looks like, as well. And we'll dip into the cartoon at the end of the video, so you'll be able to see exactly what I mean by these things being cartoon accurate. We got some shots from the floor of the toy fair itself. So we can see here, we got to see Scorponok in his green and purple Majesty looking really good there. Can't wait to get this guy in the collection. Looking at Double Dealer in his kind of Terracon Bird mode, and obviously he's a triple changer, and he's a leader class triple changer. So obviously Ape Face was not leader class. Ape Face was just Voyager. So you may get some size differences here between the three now. So these Double Dealer and Snapdragon are apparently leader class. So yeah, they will both potentially be bigger, but who knows? Maybe it's just the price point that may be different on these, similar to the Primes, because they don't look like they come with a lot of accessories, so maybe they will be bigger. Be interested to see how they line up alongside each other. We also got to see the Quintesson with the Helicon behind it. Yeah, this guy looks great. Can't wait to pick him up, put him in the collection. But already I'm thinking that they've already made changes. So you can see at the bottom of this, the kind of flame that keeps him hovering is translucent, completely see-through, whereas the picture that's come out is orange. I hope the orange is the way that they're going to go with this. I hope we're not going to get just a translucent see-through one. We're going to get the translucent orange. Yeah, so you can already see, hopefully this is just the prototype and this is just what they've got out on the shop floor, but I hope they haven't made that change. I hope it is going to stay with the orange. We then also got an awesome picture of the Helicon there. Can't wait to get this guy in my collection. Absolutely beautiful looking, perfect looking Helicon there. Then Megs, so we've got the picture of Megatron. This one looks like it's got a slightly different head sculpt to the one that we've seen from the Earthrise pictures already. I've got to say though, I'm not a fan of this Earthrise. I think it's just too similar to the one that we had in Siege, and this is not floating my boat at all. This is something I'll probably pick up for the channel, but it's not something I'm rushing out for. I'm certainly not dropping a pre-order on this guy or anything like that. I don't think there's a big enough difference. With the Prime, you got the trailer. It was a completely different transformation. Robot mode was very different to the one that we got in Siege. I can't see it with Megatron. His color scheme's different, but you look at that tank and I still see the tank that we got with Siege. So yeah, this one is not something I'm rushing out for. I'm not super excited about this, but it's always good to get another Megatron, I guess. This is something that I am excited about. Snapdragons looking really good. Robot mode's good. This jet mode, I felt that a lot of the jet modes in Siege, especially Ape Faces, were almost an afterthought. This jet mode looks really good. Thin, sleek, exactly the way that you would expect Snapdragons to look. I think this looks absolutely great. Really hyped for that one. Then going back to his kind of Terracon Beastie type mode, I think this one may have been the afterthought on this. It's okay. It's not too bad. I'd like to see it in person. Hands look very hollowed out, obviously. What is cool but not sure if it looks great is the jaw on this one. So the jaw is actually, I think, is the headmaster. That's just the legs of the headmaster, creating that kind of obscure looking jaw. So yeah, interesting. Not sure it's the greatest mode, but the jet mode looks fantastic, and the bot mode looks good as well on that one. We also got some pictures of Skylinks in hand. Sky looks awesome. Probably the best version of Skylinks I've seen. Price points looking at about 75 in the UK, so probably about 85 US. Yeah, he's looking really good. He's looking big. Be interested to see how big he is versus Skylinks. So Skylinks, he is Skylinks versus Jetfire, because he is obviously he is Commander class, the same as Jetfire. He looks, to me, he looks a bit bigger than Jetfire, maybe, especially with the wings. He's certainly bulkier. We then get the Jet, so I guess the base mode looks pretty big here. So this is going to be a pretty big bot overall, even though he is in Commander class. I think he is still going to be very, very big. Looking good. Shout out to unicron.com. That's where I've got these pictures from for this, so nice one for sharing those pictures. We then move on to the artwork on the box itself, and the artwork looks awesome, looking really good. So you can see Skylinks in his two separate modes there. That can combine to one. But what's really cool about this is we got cone heads confirmed. So cone heads are going to be coming. Looks like if the artwork is anything to go by. Slight disappointment for me on the box itself, though, is that similar to the way they did Jetfire, they haven't included a window so you can see the product through it. So if you're one of those people who don't like to take things out of the box, you will just have a box shelf, and you won't be able to display the bot itself, because they've done really well with the Siege packaging as a good display, as well as a really good artwork and a good box. Staying with packaging, this is what Megs, the Netflix version of Megs, is going to come out as. So this is the Netflix version, so cartoon accuracy. You'll see later on when I show you the trailer, or we talk about the trailer a little bit, you'll start to see how these scratches all match up, and how silvery is. So you see he comes with 2 of the Battle Masters. Again, not sure about picking this guy up. I already have the 35th anniversary Megatron, and that's, for me, is better looking than this one, and I'm reckoning this one's going to be quite high priced. What I am probably going to pick up is the Hot Link. So when I first saw this guy come, I thought this was going to be a slight recoloring of Skywarp, and he was going to be released as Skywarp, but it's not. It's Hot Link. Obviously this is the same pack that Skywarp came with, and I've been looking for a Skywarp to pick up for a reasonable price for this pack. Can't find it anywhere, not for a reasonable price anyway, so this is definitely going to be a good replacement for that one. And I also think that this looks epic in its Tetrajet mode. I think that looks really, really cool, the way to the purples and the blacks. I think it actually looks better than the Skywarp one, so really hyped for this one, really looking forward to it. And obviously these are the more cartoon accurate ones from the Netflix series, so it'll be interesting to see where all these guys fit within that TV series. Really, really excited for that. So now we can move on to the Netflix series. So we got our first look at the series, what it's going to look like. We got the trailer last night. So the trailer opens up with this picture of Cybertron in ruins, Seekers flying through the air, they're all at war. Then it cuts to Ultra Magnus having a conversation with Prime about the war and the need to be at war. We then cut to Megatron giving a kind of political speech, blaming the Autobots for taking the Cybertron to the place where it is. You can see the scratches on the side of Megatron there, exactly the same as the new figure. That's what I mean by the cartoon accurate version. He tells everybody that there is no choice, it's all the Autobots' fault. We then cut to a shadowy figure walking through Cybertron, and he goes into the hall full of Decepticons. The shadowy figure himself obviously is Magnus. I can't think of any other bot that looks like that from the back. So he's got a hood on, but this is obviously Ultra Magnus. Now what's interesting about this piece is it's the hall of the Decepticons, so you can see Soundwave, Shockwave, Megatron, Skywarp, and Starscream. But what's really interesting is you see Jetfire there on the side. So we originally thought that, or certainly I did when I picked up Jetfire, that the reason that the logo spun around on that was a call back to Fire in the Sky when he started off as a Decepticon, but then became an Autobot later on. But Potentially this is more of a callback to the TV series, the new TV series. It's kind of foreshadowing that he will start off as a Decepticon and then change over to being an Autobot in this series. Then after that we cut to seeing Wheeljack and Bumblebee fighting against some of the Seekers. So probably the Seekers are probably going to be the kind of bots that get bashed up in all of the there's probably loads of Seekers, and the Seekers are going to be the goons, if you like, the ones that are getting bashed up all the time. Then we see Prime come in to save the day. Definitely need You Got the Touch playing here. That would be epic. But yeah, he comes in, he saves the day, starts smashing people up. Then he has cuts to him having a conversation with Lita One, saying that this isn't the life they wanted, but this is the life that they need to do. This is how they need to be to save Cybertron, and the war needs to happen. We then actually see Bumblebee use his voice. Fantastic. Really glad to see that Bumblebee has a voice in this. He's not talking through a radio, and he's not lost his voice. I hope that Hasbro and the makers of this TV series continue to have his voice. The voice acting in this, his voice sounds very similar actually to the original G1. From a voice point of view as well, obviously we're not getting Peter Cullen or Frank doing Megatron and Optimus, so yeah, that sounds a bit weird to start with, but I'm sure we'll all get used to it. Animation wise, it's okay. I was expecting a little bit more, if I'm honest, from this. I was hoping this would be a bigger budget Netflix episode drama. It looks gritty, the storyline looks gritty. It'll be interesting to see how long the episodes are. Are they full 30? Are they going to be 10 minutes long? Are they going to be a full hour? That would be interesting to see how in depth this story is actually going to go. But it's okay. To me, they look a little bit like a cutscene in Transformers computer games. But you know, let's hope that the storyline and everything is good. The animation is okay. You know, it's better than previous offerings from Titan's Return and things like that. But I think personally I would like to see it go back to the days when it's a proper animation, proper cartoon, drawn animation. But I don't think we'll go back to the kind of anime stylings that we got in the late 80s. So I guess CG is always going to be the way forward for Transformers now, and this looks okay. It looks passable. Let's just see. I'm excited for it. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. So thanks for everybody who's been subscribing to my channel recently. Let me know what you guys think about this. Let me know what you're excited for. What did you think of the trailer? What you're dropping your pre-orders on? And then please like, share and subscribe, because it really helps my channel out at the moment. But yeah, thank you very much guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Later. Bye.